Hello, myself Kruthika BS. Going on with the topic the biological world. Wow, well, how wonderful is the living world! The wide range of living types, be it cold mountains, deciduous forests, oceans, freshwater lakes, deserts, or hot springs, are amazing and leave us speechless. Now, the next question arises is that what is living? Is breathing only the characteristic of living? Definitely no. When we try to define living, we look for distinctive characteristics, that is, growth, reproduction, metabolism, consciousness, self replication, self organization, etc. When we come to growth, all living organisms grow. Increase in mass and increase in number of individuals are the twin characteristics of growth. But this cannot be taken as the defining property because a non-living organism also grow by accumulation of material on the surface. Example, mountains, sand mounds, heap of books, etc. Next, when we come to reproduction, it is the biological process in which a living organism give birth to the young ones. But this is also cannot be taken as the defining property because many of the living organisms cannot be give birth to the young ones. Example, an infertile couple, human couple. Other than this, remaining all, that is metabolism, consciousness, self-replication, self-organization, can be taken as the characteristic of living, that is the defining property of living organisms. Till now, we saw about the living organisms and its characters. Now, the very important thing is to categorize them. Classification is not a single step process but involves hierarchy of steps in which each step represents a rank or category. Since the category is a part of overall taxonomic arrangement, it is called the taxonomic category, and all categories together constitute the taxonomic hierarchy. The basic point of this hierarchy is the species, that consider a group of individual organisms with fundamental similarities, to the kingdom, which is the largest taxon that includes variety of similar species. As we studied the taxonomic hierarchy, which includes all living organisms, it is our duty to protect them and to know about their life science very easily. So now we have the taxonomical aids by which we know about all living organisms. It includes herbarium, botanical garden. It includes herbarium, botanical gardens, museum, and zoological park, and one more is the key. Okay, now let us come to the biological classification. That is, the many scientists who attempted to classify the organisms. That is, the first scientist who attempted to classify the organisms is the Aristotle. He made three groups in plants, that are herbs, shrubs, and trees. In animals, he divided into two groups based on red blood and that do not have red blood. Next, the Linnaeus classified the organisms into two kingdoms, that are Plantae and Animalia. Later on, R.H. Whitaker in 1969 proposed a five-kingdom classification, that are Monera, Protista, Fungi, Plantae, and Animalia. When we come to kingdom Monera, bacteria are the sole members of kingdom Monera. They are the most abundant microorganisms. Bacteria occur almost everywhere. Hundreds of bacteria are present in a handful of soil. It can a bacteria can be available in various shapes that are coccus, bacillus, vibrio, and spirillum. Whereas the coccus is spherical shape, bacillus a rod shape, vibrio a comma shape, and spirillum a spiral in shaped. And Monera can be divided into two groups that are Archaebacteria and Eubacteria. Now, next, let us come to the kingdom Protista. It includes cryophytes, dinoflagellates, euglenoids, slime molds, protozoans. On coming with the kingdom of fungi, the kingdom fungi includes some of the most important organisms, both in terms of their ecological and economic roles. By breaking down dead organic material, they continue the cycle of nutrients through ecosystems. In addition, most vascular plants could not grow without symbiotic fungi or mycorrhizal that inhabit their roots and supply essential nutrients. Kingdom fungi also divided into four groups that are Phycomycetes, Ascomycetes, Basidiomycetes, and Deuteromycetes. Now coming on to kingdom Plantae, it's a it's a kingdom which contains wide variety of organisms that are algae, bryophytes, pteridophytes, gymnosperms, and angiosperms. On coming with kingdom Animalia, many of organisms are classified into various groups that are Porifera, Cnidaria, Platyhelminthes, Mollusca, Annelida, Nematoda, Arthropoda, Echinodermata, Chordata. This is how the biological world is made up of. Thank you.